Hello everyone, I'm Kurt. In today's video, I'm going to go through how to set up Python on your Windows 10 PC. So with that, let's get into it. Now, there's a couple ways you can do it. One of the ways you can see here, right here in front of me, or in front of you, is that you can just go to python.org and you can download for your various operating systems that you are running. In my case, I'm running Windows, so I would download this particular branch of the code. But we are not going to do it that way. We're going to move this to the side, and then we're going to go to our start menu, and then we're going to type in apps, and then or store, and then we're going to select Microsoft Store application, and then we're going to get this screen. We're going to click on the search bar, and we're going to type in Python, and then hit switch. Oh, I spelled that wrong. That's why. Well, anyway, it's found it anyway, so I spelled Python wrong. No big deal. So here you can see we have various applications of Python based on the keyword search of Python. So that's why you see other stuff floating around here. So we're going to go ahead and click on Python 3.10. And then we're going to hit the install button there. And then we're just going to wait. Now, maybe I'll let you suffer through this, as I'm going to be suffering through this. Or I'll stop the video and we'll just jump to the end. I don't know. You'll find out in a few minutes here. Well, while you're waiting here, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and continue watching the rest of this video. As you can see, I don't have a talking head popped up there, as I do not own a PC camera, and I'm too lazy to set up my cell phone to do the same thing. But I find that those pop-up talking heads while doing a how-to, something similar to this, usually gets in the way of what the person is trying to show you. So therefore, no talking head. Let's get back to the video. So now we are done, and now we can get to run Python. So let's go ahead and close this out, and let's go to our start menu. And here you can see you have two options to select to start Python. The first one here with the black icon here is basically a debugger or console where you can type in a command, a Python command, and see whether or not the syntax is correct or what type of output it might give you. But instead, we're going to select this one here, and this is your IDE or editor or whatever. It's a minimal IDE, so it's more like a coder, text coder, or program coder. So let's go ahead and click that, and it's going to open up off screen. And what it brings to you first is that console screen that if you selected this application of Python, this will pop up. So, but we can change that where the text editor comes up instead of this shell console that you see here. But let's just demonstrate how to use the shell console. So we'll just type in print, open parentheses, quotes, a quote, and type in goodbye world, exclamation, close it, hit enter, and boom. Basically what it does. Actually, let's go ahead and copy this. Since that command was used, we'll put that in there, and let's just see what happens with this, and see, you can see your syntax error. So we want to change that. We want our coder to open up, but if you don't change it, you have to go to File, New, and then this will open up for you, and this is your editor. So we can go ahead, we can close this debugger here, and then we can go to Options, Configure the IDE or idle, and here we have the ability to select the type of fonts and size and bold, or bolded if you want. The next tab, Highlights, gives you the ability to change the theme. So we just select here, and then we're going to go with the dark theme. Now we can hit apply, and it should change automatically. Next we're going to go to the keys, and there's really nothing here that I've done or would do. It's just the shortcut keys and all that stuff. You can add stuff, but we'll leave it alone. Next, we're going to go to the Windows here. Now, this is where you select which application of the Python you want to open up. In this case here, see, it defaults to open shell. We're going to go ahead and select this one here and open edit window, which is this window here that we had to open up using the shell, top menus of the shell. Down here you can change the various sizes, cursor blank, whatever else, and indent spacing of 4, and that's the most common spacing for Python is 4 spaces, so I wouldn't change that at all. Then we have the shell mode here, and one of the main things that you want to select here, probably the important thing you want to select here, is show line numbers in new window. Now, that won't take effect until we shut down the program and open it up again, which we'll do here in a second. Here, this is where you can just add some more BS crap or whatever else you want to do. So let's go ahead and apply again, hit the magic OK button, and let's shut this down. Go back to our start menu and then select the Python icon, and goes off screen here, but here you can see that we do have a line number now. Fantastic. Now with this here, you tap in your program and you hit the magic run, and then run should open up your debugger, but since there's nothing here to run, it's not going to open up that console window, and write a simple little program that reads in a file and then prints it back out on the console. So let's go ahead and do that. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to use keyword with. So what with does, you open someone, it automatically closes the file. When you do programming, if you open a file, you need to close the file. With will do that automatically. You'll automatically close it instead of typing in something like f.close for the window. If you opened up a file called f, you need to close it. But with, you don't have to worry about that. So we're going to go ahead and type in with, O-P-N-E for open. Now I already have a file created, so I'm just going to go ahead and type it in. And there we have our first thing. And then we want to put it in the file called F. So with, open, what file am I going to open? Open out test.txt. And then it's going to be slurped into a temporary file called F. Make sure it ended with a colon, because what the colon will tell the editor to do, let's see the difference here. Notice it went to that line. If I put the colon there, it will automatically indent for you. And Python is very finicky about your indents. It'll let you know if you indented too much or not enough, and all that. It'll pop up a screen for you. So the next is I want to read what's slurped into file F into a new temporary file called line. So we're going to do f.read lines and then do that. And then next we're going to do print. And we're just going to print the stuff to the console. We're going to print the variable lines back out. And there we are done. Now, when you start to research more or learn Python more, there's a couple of different ways you can read in a file. You have read line, and read lines, and they all do something different. I'll demonstrate two from here in a second here. So let's first go ahead. We can't sit here and run it. It's going to ask you to save it right away. So let's go ahead and save the bloody thing, which you see it automatically popped up the screen here, and notice that it went to your basically where Python was installed. You can change that if you want to, but if it doesn't bother you, there's no point in doing it. So I'm going to go here to my Python scripts folder, and then I'm going to type in a file name for it. Make sure you put your .py on it, and then you're good to go. Let's hit the save button, and now you can see it's saved. And notice that my debugger was off screen here, but this is what it did. Let's run it again here so you can see it again. And there you see it printed out where it was in that file. Now let's go ahead and change read lines to read, and let's see the difference in the output. So go ahead, change that, and then let's go ahead and save the bloody file. hit the magic run button. Now you can type F5, but that's too easy. So I'm going to go ahead and use my mouse and develop carpal tunnel even further. So I'm going to go and select run module, and let's see what happens. And boom, it printed out differently. Notice it automatically put a carriage return at the end of the line for you. So there you go. Simple program done. No hello world. Let's get right into it, right into the print function. So that's all you need to do. You can either use the App Store, the Microsoft App Store, to install it in, or you can go to python.org and install it that way. Well, this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and stay tuned for more videos on Python. With that, I hope you have a healthy and happy day. Until next video, goodbye.